just doing a quick recording here because I couldn't get the whole video this morning. So let's get into it. Let's look at scenarios. The ES. We got a balanced profile here, right? But right now, price is here. Okay, we have ultimate balance here, the most traded price of the week and the most traded price of the month here. Okay, so job for the market is now to stay above this, and this can continue this kind of breakout because you got all these shorts that would be in here that now have to cover. Okay, so that's a big level. That is 45.14 about. Now I rolled the contract over into the next contract, so my levels, if you didn't roll over, my levels will not match yours. Okay, so what do we have here? We have, excuse me, so we have, let's look at Friday's low, Friday's high, right? So we're gapping up, and we have this amount of short activity to this amount of long activity. So we're close to about 90% net long, and we're at the top of this range. We're also just into a supply zone. Okay, we're into a supply zone. We have monthly VWAP right here. So the key today is, I'm not going to go long here, but the key today is, what do? Gap rules, right? I always say it. We gap and go. That's a strong, because now you do have supply, you do have the 50-day moving average, you do have a gap above us here. Okay, that could happen. You also fill this gap, go higher. You can fill the gap and go higher. The only thing that changes things is if you start to go back into range, and then the buyers are not that strong. Okay, but you got a lot of catalysts today: Tesla, Qualcomm, okay, Nvidia, Meta. So those are kind of things pushing the market up higher today. And we were in ultimate balance, so I expect a big move. Now the big move doesn't mean it has to get followed through. It just means that this is why this move's happening. Okay, so what I'm looking for today is, first is the gap fill. Okay, you really want to see that. So, and then you got this demand zone down here. So really, you want to see a little push up, maybe into supply, come down, test the gap fill. If it holds, possibly the market takes that next leg up and goes to the 50-day moving average around 45.50. Okay, could also go up and fall down to here. Now you're back into range, but you're back into this big level, and you can hold this level, and that could also propel it higher. Okay, that's what I see as far as that. I think, that could be the bull scenario. In the bearish world, okay, I don't know how much I would like this trade that much. It could be viable, but not sure. Okay, so we also could push up. Now you got supply, double supply up here. Belongs to 50-day moving average on the daily on the futures. So you could push up into here, into this gap, get some resistance, do some lower highs, and we definitely could come back under. You got monthly VWAP there, and that's where you could probably tag the gap fill and then go for this level. Now if it's super bearish, if it's not that bearish, we could bounce around here and just said that was just a test up higher, or this really propels us back down to Friday's lows. That's really what I'm seeing in the ES. So you really have to see if is this a test or a real move. Is it a real breakout? It's going to get followed through. Don't know, right? All right, let's move on to the Nasdaq. Okay, here's the Nasdaq. Let's look at the profile. We have a pretty balanced profile. Okay, we have the most traded price of the week right here. That price is 155.46. Price is here. We're gapping higher. Here's the highs of Friday. Here's price. So we're gapping up. Okay, holding above this important level. Okay, got single prints here from the past, from this candle, this selling, emotional selling that happened here. We're back at that part, right? So it's a good barometer. We're also above the monthly VWAP. Okay, now if we're going to go to look at inventory to see where we're at. Okay, so here's where's the overnight opened. This is the only short activity to this much long activity, so it's pretty much 95% net long, and we're at the top of the range. Okay, so I think it's primed for a little pullback. Okay, and that's where we go for gap rules, which I already talked about. Okay, gap rules, again, could be a gap and go, could be a failure to fill the gap and go, could be a gap and go. That's all strong for the buyers, right? But if we start pulling back into range to here, all right, that's going to put buyers on their backsides, and they're going to have to dump and liquidate a little bit. Okay, so I already discussed this is Friday's low, Friday's high, price is here, we're gapping higher, we're almost 95% net long, and we're at the top of the range. Okay, so let's look at some scenarios. Okay, now again, here's the gap fill. Also lines up with the 50-day moving average on the daily. So for me, if you're looking to just think this move's sustainable, it could move a little up and come right back here, test this, and this could make the move higher. Clean those single prints, go to this supply zone around 157. Okay, that's another large node too. You see that here? That's probably where it's going to kind of pause a little bit. All right, now a little bit of a weaker because you go back into range, but this level still holds. And even if we dip down to here and we take this level back, that also could fuel the move higher. Okay. Now on the bearish front, of course, you got supply up here. Okay, that's one. So two things here. So we can make a move up, gap and go, come up here, hit this supply zone, start to get some lower highs, and I could see maybe dumping back into here. Okay, testing this level, you could balance or you could fall. Not sure. That's just a scenario. Okay, but we also obviously could come up, come down here, fill the gap, come down here, right? Break this, break that. Man, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen, but it could happen. Okay, right now, you'd have to lean towards the bullish side, okay, as long as you stay above this level. Okay, as long as you stay above that level. Okay, this is a video. I'm going to upload it. I don't know how fast that will come out, but since I couldn't do my whole video this morning, I hope this helps somebody. This helps me just to look at it right now. Now I got a game plan. All right. So as always, subscribe if you haven't already. Set an alert. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you saw. And good luck to everybody today. And I should be on my normal schedule hopefully by tomorrow. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.